Morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Raad Life. So we're not telling you anything you don't know. We're all sequestered, whether it's your second week, third week, fourth week, God knows what week. We've all kind of, I don't know about you, I've lost track of time a little bit. Some days kind of flow into others. But with that all being said, we still all have things like that are still happening. Like this last Sunday, it was Palm Sunday, and people were like, am I going to go to church virtually? Am I not going to go to church? So life kind of continues still on certain things. And we got Easter coming up. This year is going to be very strange for people. Families usually get together, reconnect. It's the beginning of a spring. It's a rebirth period. And we're all basically in our own little cocoons, our own little cells. So I wanted to bring you something different. I wanted to bring you something that was a little positive. It also is a reflection on hope and pivoting and sort of growth mindset that we talked about last week with John Warner. And so with that, I'm going to bring in Ali and Melissa Gazemzadeh, and I'm going to let them tell you what this is all about. Okay? Hang in there. Let's hop to it. See where they are. Ali and Melissa, are you guys there?
Yeah. Yes, we are. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. So I didn't give it away. Okay. I just said that, we're all sequestered in our own little cocoons. I've lost track of time. I don't know whether it's the third week or the fourth week or God knows what week, right? They're all flowing into each other, but there's certain things that are still going on, and it's a weird year for it. Like Palm Sunday was last week, and it's like, do I go to church virtually? Do I not go to church? So people, it's like, oh, goody, I don't have to go to church. And the others like, no, I got to go to church, and I want to do it in physical. So we have all these realities and ways of dealing with things that are completely different this year, right? Easter's coming up. There's time for people to come together. It's a rebirth. It's all these symbolisms that's happening. And what do we do? So all I said, and I did not give it away because I said, you're going to tell us what this is all about. I said, well, let's hop to it. Okay. So with that being said, okay, why don't you guys tell me and build it up a little bit, right? Because you guys had a business, you're doing things in a certain way, and then like everybody else, you're hit with the reality of this, right? So set the stage for me because I want the background story too. Okay.
Sure.
Mike is yours. Go ahead.
All right. So, well, first, if it's okay, I would just like to say that we're praying for all the families out there who are hit on the health aspect. That's the number one thing is please stay safe and healthy, protect each other, your loved ones, and just connect. Now, we were blessed in the situation that in our area, not too many people have been affected yet. The numbers are starting to increase, but we were just we were definitely affected on an economic level where we lost pretty much all of our contracts until the end of April. Now, my wife,
what kind of business was it that you had the contracts in, Ali?
Sure, it's we have Picture Me RHC, which owns Picture Me Bunny and Picture Me Santa, where we're a holiday experience photography business where we offer the community pretty much memories forever. And with that, we also create these events that are free, that are put on by our clients, funded by the clients. I would like to shout out one of our first clients, which is the Shops at Dos Lagos in Corona, California. Surprisingly, the name Corona. But with that being said, they have always supported and saw what we do for the community. And so building up to that, we actually take time to build the set. My wife, Melissa, she's the one that's pretty much in charge of the project. She does all the set design. It's her energy that she puts and invests into the company and what she does for the community that so many people come out. We built relationships with our clients. We have a database of emails. They all know us by first name. And
how long you been in the business?
We've been actually, our company's been in business for 5 years, but we slowly dabbled into where we're at now. So it's about 3 years that we've been executing at the level we have been. So so with that being said, this time around, we did all the same things. Melissa produced all the events. We had 5 events. We do an Easter egg hunt where we give out 8,000 eggs to the community. Right. The kids line up. We have different videos of that on our site, so you guys can see that from past years.
The set was ready to go. So everything was lined up. We were all prepared, but unfortunately we were hit with all the coronavirus. which really did affect everyone. But the best thing to do for us was to basically shut it down just for the safety of the community.
That's right.
We really want, like, that comes, it's a priority. It's more than anything. Doesn't matter what our business was in line with.
Right.
The most important thing was to have the safety of our community as a priority, basically. So we shut it down.
Yeah, and I talked to you guys a little bit about this off the air. I you know, my feeling is that people who are actually going to step up and take responsibility that way, like you guys are doing, in terms of, even though it's going to be a major hit for me financially, and you know that has ramifications to my family, my bills, my responsibilities, all that stuff, that those who basically get clear on their priorities in terms of community responsibility, social responsibility, all that stuff through this period are the ones that are going to fare better coming out of it. Because I think that there's going to be lingering memory of who stepped up, who showed leadership. I mean, and, you know, I've had people on the show for the last week where they're, you know, we're talking about people stepping up that you wouldn't think would step up, stepping up in ways that are different. I've seen businesses in the same industry deal with things completely opposing sides of the spectrum, you know. And my personal feeling is, yes, you have to be cognizant and conscious of the people around you. There is no price that is worth that. So I commend you for doing that, Melissa, and thank you for sharing it that way, because I think it's an important message to go out there. Things are going to get desperate. This is not a short-term thing. It's not like, oh, I'll deal with it. It's over a weekend. It's not. This is, you know, somebody told me yesterday that we're probably looking at like 90 days, right? You know, we're looking at maybe September, you know, and then here we come again with another virus season, with another, you know, influenza season. So,
Nice.
so this is, you know, if we are lucky, we will come out of this experience a little closer and kinder to one another, hopefully. And I'm jaded, so for me to say that is a big deal. So I commend you guys both. So with that being said, so you had the stats set ready, you're ready to go, and you had to basically just cancel it all, understandably. So then what did you go through, if I may, internally while you're going through this, right? If you're comfortable sharing, what were you guys thinking? Like, there was obviously like disbelief, understanding, you're torn, right? All these emotional feelings going through. So how did you pivot? What caused you to?
Sure. We every single small business, every single business across America, for the most part, minus a few companies that are essentials that are still, like, you know, increasing, are going through that moment of, like you said, you know, your back's against the wall. How are you going to react, and what are you going to do? And for us, it was a major hit, just like everyone else. Like we, you know, the first night I remember I was completely just devastated, just because with our kind of jobs, we're planners with events. We complete all of our tasks prior to the job being ready. Right. The day of is like a breeze for us because we've already done everything. Right. And so in our case, it's like we've done the work and now we're not getting paid. And we make the income to take care of our family twice a year. So it's not the same thing as like a normal business that operates every month. For seasonal. Us, it's a seasonal, and it happened on our hot season, which it's okay though. So what we did at first, we just thank God that we're healthy, we're feeling okay, and you know, checked in with our families, and all the other small businesses that we checked in with were in similar situations. And the good thing with us is we had a little bit of saving that kind of gave us a little tiny leverage to be able to breathe, because other small businesses that we talked to, they're you know, month to month, and they're like in a situation that they're really freaking out.
And that's common, by the way. I mean, it's whether it's small business, and believe it or not, even a little bit mid-sized to slightly larger business. A lot of people don't operate with like a 90-day reserve or something of that nature. The way that the world is right now, and you know, this is the added layer to this particular pandemic, is that it is a global situation. You don't have it happening in one part of the country while the other part of the country is still okay or dragging. You don't have it happening. I had a guy who basically runs 45 spas in Asia on the show last week, and this is like a major management company. Like they run like 5-star hotel spas, everything that's on the land side versus the cruise liner side, which the company also does. 45 properties within 48 hours, and you know, Asia, India, Malaysia, you know, all over, right? $200 was generated by them out of 45 spa properties. Okay, and he said to me, he said, unlike normally what happens is if you have like India suffering from something or unrest or economic situations, right? You have Malaysia maybe in a different situation, or Australia is doing okay. So one shores up the other. Like companies that have multiple locations or franchisees in different territories or whatever, this time around, there was nothing that was going to act as a safety net while the other stuff basically works its way through. So to your point, yes, I don't think anybody was spared by this. And everybody's reality these days is that not really deep reserves. So here you are basically taking what little assets that you have after making sure that your family and everybody around you is safe, and you know, you doing what you need to do to keep them that way. And you did what?
We fought. And that's what, you know, we hope that this is more inspiration to everyone else too, just because we didn't believe all the way in our own dream, to be honest with you. It wasn't something that we had figured out. It was something that was an idea, and we didn't know how people would respond. If we were, you know, as a matter of fact, the first two places the first couple places that we pitched it to, we got no response. And that was like almost, I was at the point of giving up. But before even getting there, so we did take that, we took the hit. We were down for the first day, just completely knocked out on the floor, and just mind scattered, not sleeping well, waking up at 2 a.m. with panic attacks, like just kind of trying to figure out what we're going to do for our family, for what is everyone going to do. It's just for more of a community standpoint, not even just us. And then
for us, it was really more about how can we come back from this and keep the Easter spirit alive. You know, keep the community going, give hope back to the community to see what we can really do to pull through these tough times. And we had to come up with something. We can't just sit back and, you know, say, okay, this is what it is. We had to do something to keep that Easter spirit alive.
And our clients were actually reaching out too. So the people were starting, customers were starting, who work with us every year, they start reaching out to us like, hey, what's going on? Are you guys able to still do it? And that's another part of the drive for us that was motivational, is knowing these kids, they save their photos every year. We have clients that come and show us like the last 5 years that they came and visit us. Every year their kids, we're watching them grow. They're almost becoming a part of a family.
A beautiful tradition that they kept going over the years. And we just didn't want to give up on that. We wanted to give back to the community. And so we just had to, you know, fight through this in the best way possible, being quarantined.
Well, I mean, in fact, I'm thinking about this while you're sharing, it's moments like this that stuff of this nature is even more important. It's elevated to a different level of importance and significance, right? Because, you know, it's like, I got the Christmas card put together, I got the Easter card put together, you know, I got the graduation photos, but under circumstances of this nature, the meaning of those moments, the meaning of those, you know, get-togethers or milestones takes on, I think, a different level. You draw a lot more comfort and solace, not necessarily full normalcy, but a sense of hope. And especially with Easter, there's other symbolism to it. I mean, religious symbolism, sense of rebirth, the beginning of spring, whether you're religious or otherwise. And so not only is it potentially, you could say, smart business to try to maintain that, to still continue to be relevant, but there's actually another layer of gifting that you are gifting the community by maintaining this at a time of need for that emotional support. I mean, I was joking and I said, let's hop to it, but there's also another word that sounds pretty close that's happening here, which is it's hope. Not just hop, it's also hope.
Right, exactly.
Hop for hope.
There it is. It's both of those. And I think that's once we were bouncing ideas at that point, it was like 2 a.m. and we kept on just bouncing ideas. We just figured, let's just think out loud together. And we finally came up with the concept, like, why don't we try that? Like, our company is actually, we have a few different companies, RHC Productions. We're a content creation marketing firm. And we do everything from like commercials to graphics, design, and marketing campaigns for many clients. So that's our background as far as being able to design. And then with that, first thing in the morning, we woke up early in the morning, went to work, and the first photo we created, we were both actually so impressed because we were able to control the lighting ourselves and all the elements, and we were able to make our bunny look better. everything in the element, we were able to kind of clean it up.
Yeah.
And we were like, man, this is actually a really good product that I would feel comfortable giving out to people if they wanted it. So the Shops at Dos Lagos Small was the first company that backed our idea, picturemebunny.com, where we're digitally creating Easter bunny photos for the community. And so we made the collateral artwork for them. They posted it and it completely went viral. For example, like a mall like that might get 1 to 3 likes per post. That's like a standard. This one had thousands of likes immediately, hundreds of shares, because the community responded and said, wow, this is a unique idea that's allowing us to have a little fun, a little entertainment in the house while capturing a memory. This is a moment that we were hoping that we could give to people forever. I mean, we're all going to remember this. This is honestly part of history as far as what's happening to us as a world economy. And I think the economy is going to completely shift. A lot of businesses are going to have to shift their models. And if they don't, I believe it's gonna, it's definitely gonna be lots of ups and downs there.
Ali, let me just say this. What I'm hearing is also a spirit of entrepreneurship. It's a hustle in a good meaning of that word. It is actually finding opportunity in the middle of chaos, right? It is pivoting. It is growth mindset versus, this self-paralyzation, which I'm not knocking. Look, everybody's got their own journey to travel in terms of that kind of growth, right? But what's interesting is you also are hitting a nerve. You're hitting a nerve where, again, the thing we talked about, the meaningness of Easter specifically, like I'm sure Christmas would have the same impact to some degree, but it's a different thing. There's you don't go out and spend tons of money at the stores in Easter to buy gifts that people, don't need necessarily, right? That's more of a Christmas ritual. Easter is more of a family come together. It's almost like, and then what we've got is we got Mother's Day. I mean, so, maybe Picture Me Mother is the next one that you guys come up with. But, because I'll tell you, I had a lady on that is a jewelry company, right? And we were talking about how right now sending a message of hope and support and I love you to somebody who's a family member that you cannot be with, like a mother, for example, on Mother's Day, is an opportunity for her to do it. And their jewelry is sort of also kind of not so spiritual, but also like supportive and hope based. And so, I mean, I don't know how much more it can be. They got a Mother Teresa quote right on the front page of their website, right? But they were talking about how people customize, words of empowerment or support on their jewelry, right? And the one word that I asked her, I said, well, is there a word that has now resonating right now, and since this thing has happened? And you know what she told me? She said the word that people are putting on their thing more so is faith. Right? So what you guys are doing with this is you're giving some normalcy, but you're also giving people something they can hold on to as a symbol of faith. Like, and it involves kids. So there's sort of that multi-generational, support coming in and people huddling together and being hopeful together. Tell me about the process. So you guys came up with this, and by the way, brilliant. Okay. And I mean, absolutely right. So what is the process? How do people, I mean, we brought the website up there, picturemebunny.com. What is the process? What does it cost? What's the timeline? How long before people, like, do I call you the day before Easter, say, hey, here's my picture. Can I get my picture with the kids? Because I want to put it out to everybody tomorrow on social media. And is there support for it? Like when you do that digital photo, like for example, with photo booths, is it somewhere where people can basically on social media share it? Tell me.
You want me to take care of that? Okay, so pretty much we try to make it as simple as possible for everyone. So you just go to picturemebunny.com, spelled how it sounds, no spaces. Once you're on the website, there's a 3 easy step button at the top menu. If you click that, it'll walk you through the procedure. We have a video there, we have pictures there, and it's really simple. The number one important thing is to find somewhere with good natural light inside your house. So maybe by a window, face the subject towards the window so the light hits their face and they're well lit. Outside of that, we have everyone grab a bed sheet, preferably white right now, just one color. And they go ahead and cover the chair and hold it up past the kid's head so their whole body head to toe is covered with the sheet behind them. and they snap the best photo that they can. And then with that, they upload it to our page. And they do that by actually purchasing the product, which is a Start Now button. The packages start from $29.99. We do have a discount code, which gives them $5 off, which I have to give to you right now. It's not. Sorry, no, that's not the right one.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's a different code.
Hey, how about we do a Raad Life code? What
Raad Life?
Yeah,
we could definitely try to get that set up. But we definitely, the person that actually connect us with you, we wanted to make sure that their code is also active. But it's safe bunny, no spaces, and that's that gives them that'll give your guys' community $5 off of the photo. But then from there, depending on how many people in the photo, there's an additional $6 fee. The reason for that is our designers have to cut everybody out one at a time. It's a little time consuming to get it looking right. And then that's it. Pretty much once you pay, you're gonna wait. There's 2 options for delivery. We have a rush delivery right now, which is 1 to 2 days. There's a fee for that. And then there is the free standard delivery is 3 to 7 business days. However, the good news is currently we've been able to still give everyone their photos prior to 3 days, even on the standard fee.
So, well, and you said you got a little bit of time built in. I mean, you guys move these things as fast as you can, but you got a little time built in just because the picture may be not very easy. You may have to enhance it. Anybody who's worked with photographs knows that there might be a little extra time depending on the case.
Yeah.
Would it be easier if people just took pictures of the individual people separately and then send you those and have you combine them?
Yeah, we do that as well. So it's really up to them. They could take individual photos, or if they want to do it together, it doesn't make a difference for us. We make it work however they send it in. Yeah. The only thing that we request is make sure that the head to toe is all the way covered in the photo. Believe it or not, 3 out of 10 photos, I would say, come cropped off with the body part missing. And for us, we just want to
give the best product back.
Yeah. So knowing that like the photo might not have a foot in it or a hand in it, it bugs us because we want to do everything we can, but with the limited amount of time that we have and the amount of orders, we have hundreds of orders already pouring in. We want to make sure that we could get to everyone, so people that follow those steps will get their photos the fastest, pretty much.
So on the Picture Me Bunny side of things, are you cutting it off at a certain point before Easter? Are you continuing it for people who may want to have it after anyway? I mean, what are you doing?
Yes, we're definitely going to keep it running. We're going to keep it open all the way through, even after as the orders come in. Right now, we've been able to handle. We have a strong team right now put in place that we can handle many units. But in the case that this really gets exposed to the point that we can't handle it, what we're going to do is we're actually going to take down the product for after a certain amount of sales during the day and say come back tomorrow morning 9 a.m. Yeah. Right. But right now, we're in a situation that we're growing our team. We've been able to connect with designers all around the world. Yeah. And we have a really good team in place that we feel confident in.
Well, I think you're going to have a lot of receptiveness from those designers because they're all facing the same situation as you guys are. I mean, everybody's motivated to keep themselves active. And I think what's interesting about something like this, similar to when I basically pivoted to doing this show every day, is that it gives you purpose. It really gives you a sense of like you're working towards something that's a little bit bigger than you. You're engaged in it. It's giving you purpose on a daily basis, some routine. You're putting out a product that somebody else is benefiting from. You're leaving it better than you found it on a daily basis. And I think that helps you through this because it's very emotional for all of us. I mean, I don't think how you go through this without basically having some internal feelings. Some of us are better expressing them. Some of them internalize. You know, this is sort of a message of hope. So, you know, what's also interesting is you didn't do this before, right? You have not done this before, right?
Not digitally Photoshop photos. Yeah. This was for Easter Bunny. This is a completely brand new idea. From our understanding, it's a first of its kind product. And then that's what I wanted to make sure to get that message of hope out is I want everyone to know that because for us, we had a lot of doubt. There was a lot of trials and tribulations before getting to where we are as far even getting the signed contracts. I would also like to thank Vestar Properties. They brought on over 30 malls and centers for us. They partnered with us to reach out to their community. And these are people that now align their brand with our vision and our brand. And we know how hard and difficult that is to make happen. So the people that, whatever your idea is, whatever your small business is, or business in general, don't close the doors on yourself. Try anything and everything, because if you would have told me that we would have these contracts all across America right now, I would have not believed you. And even myself, as the person who, we sat together and went through all these ideas, I never thought that it would, go to that level that fast. And so don't give up on yourself. And I'm trying to like figure out that model for other small businesses, just so I could put out there. I know someone asked me recently, like, hey, what do you think about, like, let's say a hair salon? What am I supposed to do? And I told them, I said, maybe you focus on products, because you don't know the doors that are going to open. Maybe you throw a website up just for the products and you offer a certain discount for that.
You teach you teach do it yourself. You provide support with that. I mean, yeah, no, I totally get it. And I think, I truly believe that some people have a DNA wiring to think in situations like this in a certain way, right? But I also think that it is a learned thing. It's like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the more likely it's going to be there when you need it. And I think what's fascinating about this is through adversity and chaos, you actually expanded the offering of your company in the same line of business that you were doing, kind of, which is basically capturing moments, right? But you're now doing it this way. So, I'm, like I said, I was kind of half joking, but, you let me know if Picture Me Mommy, Mother's Day basically is the next thing that comes up. And then you basically, it's kind of open-ended as far as what you can do. I mean, I used to joke, I do Photoshop quite a bit. So I used to joke and said, don't mess with me. I know Photoshop, because, I can put you in good spaces and I can put you in bad spaces. But here's using your skills to do good versus evil. And it's wonderful, because there's going to be such a ripple effect of positive that comes out of this for Easter. And I could totally see it from a total business mindset, that this opens the door to all other kinds of developments for your business. And you already have built the template relevant to Easter, but it could easily be Christmas. It could easily be Hanukkah. It could be easily anything.
Right.
And
we're definitely thinking of the different, at this point. I mean, we honestly already were starting to think of different kind of online businesses. Just we know everything's going online, or if it hasn't already. And especially this quarantine time right now, I feel like online sales are even like, it was going like this, now it's like this.
We're not going to come out of the coronavirus and go back to normal, quote unquote. We're going to go to a new normal. And that new normal is going to have habit behavior built into it, where people are now basically on Zoom every day. I heard somebody yesterday say, is your browser your cubicle and is Zoom your break room? Right? because that's how often they're using it, right? And so with this much virtual socializing, this much remote work, right? Yes. And we, like to your point, we were already getting deliveries from. I don't want to go to Costco. Let them deliver it. It's so down the street, but I don't want to. Amazon's delivering everything, right? I mean, the joke is that we were kind of socially distancing before this, right? This just took social distancing onto a steroid level, right? But when we come out of this, some of this behavior pattern is going to be now part of our reality. And some of it is actually positive. I find my home more than I am at the office, and I have more quality of life because of that with my family and more connection with my relationships. Why not? Right. I have the ability to basically not have to go fight the crowds and get a picture with the bunny, but I can send my picture in advance and basically get it photographed. And the sets and the stages are basically constantly changing, and I have a couple of options, and God knows what. And all of a sudden, it is a totally viable business that has grown out of adversity. Which, to your point, do not give up on your thoughts, and also don't argue for your own limitations. Like, actually say, why not, rather than no, I can't. Just say why not. I mean, this is a time actually that why not isn't costing you anything. Your imagination, your creativity, and your ingenuity is there. Right. And you have a captive audience. Everybody is basically sitting here staring at their screen all day, right?
And the doors that open from once you open the first door, I believe that many new doors are going to be there now just because you crossed through a door. So just because that door doesn't have success right behind it doesn't mean that new doors are not in place that might have even a larger, even for us with this, like we were just thinking of our local community and serving the people immediately around us. Now went through America, and now families are reaching out to us to say, oh my God, this is the first year, for example, our kids are split up. We have kids in different states. This is our first Easter Bunny photo with all our kids together. So it's actually covering so many different product services that we weren't even really thinking about. We were just going in it with the hope of just helping local community and also our small business. And now it's turned into a different type of product that we're going to find. Make it.
But that's the best part of the soul of a company, honestly. I mean, that speaks to a real soul of a company, and that's what's going to sustain companies. If you have a soul and a mission that goes beyond just kind of the bottom line and your balance sheet, that's what sustains company. That's what unifies people that are involved in it. That's what gives people a sense of common purpose. The thing that's fascinating about this is literally it could change. Next year it may not be Picture Me Bunny. It may be something slightly different, but that evolutionary phase has already started. And you wake up every morning now, instead of not being able to sleep and basically, having insomnia. Now you wake up in the morning looking forward to basically putting out a positive message through a business and seeing it grow. Yeah. One thing I also thought about here, guys, is what you are also doing, by the way, is commercial real estate was taking a really serious hit for a long time. We have malls, less shopping and all this stuff, right? Your product as an add value to a commercial space that's been suffering from attendance and bringing business to them. So I can totally see you guys white labeling stuff for places like this. This set is only for that particular shopping center, or this backdrop is got some kind of like almost stop and repeat branding, cross branding for that particular place, right? Like I could totally see that as another sort of customized bespoke layer to your business that you offer.
Yes, and we definitely do that. That's definitely why we do it at the malls.
No, but now you can do it. What I'm saying is now you can do it virtually. Like you can still support.
We're thinking about putting like a photo booth there at the mall that they could stop by and just there's an automatic photo booth that takes the photo per flick. Like we have a spot that they'll stand. I mean, we're definitely
and then sends it to you, and then basically you do the stuff. It's a collection point.
Exactly. There's different ideas that we have in place to expand.
Brilliant.
And there's many different levels. I know, but if you hang around with us till Santa time, you're going to see some of them exposed. So it'll be picturemesanta.com, and it's definitely exciting just because we get so excited to see the kids, the family's reaction. And I'll never forget after we completed the website. So we went crazy working on this website. Neither of us understand coding, but we put everything that we can to learn and move forward. And as soon as the site was up, I remember showing my dad the back end. And my dad is one of the people that is not a believer until it works. So when I showed him the site, he's like,
I have one of those fathers too.
and I love it because it actually drives me.
Yeah.
And he has his best interest for me is to be successful, and he knows what he knows. So. But he's one of my top motivations. But when I showed him the site, I'll never forget. He was kind of like looking at me like, there's nothing in there. Like what? There's no orders. And as he said that, the order popped up. It was like ding. And then I showed him. I said, we opened it together. We saw the first picture, which is our perfect picture on our website. Yeah. If you go to our website, we have a perfect picture because the person took the perfect picture. And I literally wanted to cry because when I saw how happy the girl was in the photo, and I'm like, my God, this is going to affect her life today. Like, I know when she gets this photo back, imagine how much fun she had in the living room with her mom, with her parents, her family, and they set up the set. She was the star of the show. She got to sit down, and now she's going to wait for that final product. It really gave me that official, like, this is now going to happen. The very first order, we knew this is going to happen because they followed the instructions to the and then so we're really excited to offer this.
No, I can't tell you guys.
It's I'm just like you said, because we were just think positive. Anything's possible as long as we apply it.
You just gotta believe.
And I kind of, the only thing I wish all other small businesses, I know they're going to figure it out, because this is the thing is the world's not going to stop shopping. We all need entertainment. We all need fun. We all need the same services that we get. It's just the way we might find it, the way we might get to it might be a little different. So don't give up. It's not like everyone's going to wake up and say, oh, I'm not going to want something fun to do. I'm not going to want to eat. I'm not going to want. So it's our time. It actually gives everyone another shot to kind of get ahead instead of the companies that are already at the top. This allows us to be creative and kind of jump up and give us a fair shot. So don't give up. We are going to bounce back from this. Absolutely. And just stay healthy. That's like the ultimate number one goal. I know we covered our business on this, but to be honest with you, staying healthy is the number one
priority. Yeah.
Priority, just because you could have anything in the world. We're all going to go out in the same box and we're going to leave whatever we have here. So more than what we have as a status, more than what we're doing as a business, and what we can do is it's more what we're going to offer the community, how that's going to affect people's lives. And if money's supposed to come, it's going to pour in. And if not, it doesn't make it less important. And this idea, even if that's that one person, I'm telling you, that gave me goosebumps that second. Because I got to experience that with my dad, with my wife, and just us seeing that together was an experience for us. The rest of it is, now it's more headaches because now we got to figure, just process hundreds of these and thousands. But it's worth it. It's worth it because every single final product, I wish I could share all the reviews that we get, all the email responses back we get. And I mean, it's overwhelming, and that's what motivates us. So everything else will fall in line,
I appreciate you guys being here. I know you were kind of also short on time because you got a lot of production to do, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to spend it with me. I think it's a really great message. I agree with you wholeheartedly. No, I thank you. Thank you for being here, because it's energizing to be exposed to people that are energetic, to see that came out of adversity, to give hope to others that are listening to this. And I agree with you. I think we will continue to spend money. We'll continue to shop. If your heart is in the right place, if you're doing something that you're passionate about, the money will come. I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's very true for anybody who's experienced it. Here's a perfect example. I think what is going to change is what we spend money on. And there's going to be some more meaningfulness in how we basically, apply ourselves in, like what you guys are doing. There's a lot of layer to this that is not the financial. And I appreciate you guys sharing it and going there with me today. And with that, I will let you guys go. But before you do, my pleasure. Seriously, both of you. Thank you, Ali and Melissa. Yeah.
Stay safe and healthy. And thank you.
You as well, and your families as well. And for everybody out there,
hopefully we connect with you again soon.
Thank you.
You guys are welcome anytime. Come on over. I love spending time with you guys, and I can't wait to hear what you guys come up with next and bring that to people. So meanwhile, everybody, picturemebunny.com. Go to picturemebunny.com. Don't be slackers and wait till the last minute. These guys have a lot of work to do, right? But get your orders in. Go check it out. Be inspired by this. Thank you so much, Melissa and Ali. I appreciate
it. Thank you so much.
Happy Easter, everybody. God bless you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Bye-bye, guys.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.